Debbie, you're involved with the Outdoor Guide, aren't you? How did you first come across it?
Well, when I first became a wheelchair user in 2011, I found out that I couldn't follow my passion of hill walking. And I decided that I was wanting to get out in the countryside by hook or by crook and started investigating all-terrain wheelchairs. Then I decided that now I'd found the wheelchair that I could use, I was wanting to go cross-country. And I sent Julia Bradbury, an email asking for some help in my journey going cross-country. And from there, I got a phone call from Gina who said, "Oh, keep in touch." I thought, yeah, right, okay. But then keeping in touch became come for a coffee and then come for lunch. Would you like to work with us at the Outdoor Guide and really promote the accessibility side of getting into the countryside, and that's how it happened. It was pure fluke that I got there, and they said that my story touched their hearts and really wanted to find out more about what I could offer.
How accessible is our countryside in the UK?
It is getting better, and there is a lot more awareness now about the needs of everybody to make it inclusive. The national parks have created schemes called Miles Without Styles, which are a series of walks where people can go and know that they are suitable for wheelchairs without any obstacles of stiles and narrow paths. So that's a really good start. And there's groups popping up all over the place. You know, the disabled ramblers are very well established, and so there is a growing awareness of the need for everybody to have access to the countryside.
And what are some of your favourite walks?
Well, I like doing the longer, more challenging walks. So, as I say, in 2015 I did the coast to coast. So I travelled from the west coast over the Lake District, over the Yorkshire Dales.
How long did that take you?
It took me just over 2 weeks. Just the same sort of length of time it would take for somebody who was able to walk. And finished up then in the North Sea at Robin Hood's Bay, which was an achievement. But then I love getting up the mountains as well. So I've been up Skiddaw in the Lake District, I've been up Blencathra, I've done some in the Yorkshire Dales. So yeah, that's my excitement.
So it's fantastic. Tell me about how you use the Outdoor Guide online. You know, is it easy to use?
Oh yes, yeah. I mean, you go to theoutdoorguide.co.uk and there's a section there with a drop-down menu for walks, and then you can choose the walks by category. So you could have a look at by region or by ability. For there's like section for wheelchair walks, there's a section for sensory walks. Very, very easy to use, and then you can download the routes. But what's so special about the Outdoor Guide, it's not just about the walk, but it's the perfect place to stay, the perfect place to eat, that perfect place for a pint of beer after the walk. So it's a very inclusive package that you get off the Outdoor Guide.
I'd love to know your story, Debbie. I bet you're doing more walking now since you've been wheelchair bound than you did before.
No, I was a very, very keen hill walker before I was in the wheelchair, and that's what once you lost that ability to be able to do that, it was a big hole in my life, and I had to find some way of getting back out into the countryside. Hence, we started investigating all-terrain wheelchairs, and there is quite a range out there. And I always call wheelchairs on my shoes, and you have different you have different shoes for different occasions, and I have different wheelchairs for different occasions.
And what's the difference in an all-terrain wheelchair?
It's much more robust wheels. For example, the train hopper that I use, it's got suspension on each of the four wheels. It's got individual motors on each wheel, so it's got the capacity to climb and to go the distance. And also battery life as well, so that it will allow you to get the distance.
Well, it's lovely to talk to you, and it's great that you've got together with Julia Bradbury for the Outdoor Guide and given her all this help.
Thank you, yes, it's great fun, and if we can encourage people to get out and enjoy the countryside, then we've done a good job.